Hello and welcome back to Europa Universalis 4 and Riga. The small but very successful theocracy. Well, we're not really that small anymore. I mean, we have taken over 5 territories from the Livonian Order. And now we will go and say, you know, Sweden, you're still my ally, you're still my bud. Not really. But I'm gonna go and improve our relations further. Right now they dislike me a little bit because of the aggressive expansion. They're not the only one. If we quickly look at aggressive expansion here, then we see that Sweden is really mad. Novgorod is not that mad, but Lithuania and the Livonian Order also. Funny is, the Livonian Order is not as mad as Lithuania. The Teutonic Order is also not happy about this. But it's okay. We still need some allies. We're gonna try to get Brandenburg as one of our allies as well. Brandenburg, Poland and Sweden, that should do the trick for the beginning. The Livonian Order rejected peace from Poland. Interesting. Poland, of course, is winning the war against the Teutonic Order. That's kind of sad. Livonian Order now is our rival. Livonian Order will be forced to give Poland 10% of their income and some money. They did not take any of these lands, which is nice. Although rather costly, the court has expressed its desire for glamorous balls, state dinners or other extravagances to entertain themselves. 4 ducats for 10 prestige, it's always a thing I would do. I think gaining that much prestige already is really awesome. We also have a surplus of money at the moment, so that's also good. Of course, we have a little bit of a rebellion coming up here from Estonia and Livonian separatists. Still just looking at Novgorod here. We have a reason to go to war for Ingermanland. But it'd be very unwise to anger Muscovy. At least if we do it too soon. Okay, so Denmark has accepted the peace. Right there. Novgorod will cede Pionsursk, Nevar and Novgorod and Ladoga to Denmark. We're forced to pay them some money. And also war reparations, okay. How strong are they? Let's get our diplomat back from Sweden. Odoyev is going to join them. Odoyev is this guy down here. Well. How many troops can they have and how many will they have? They have 6 mercenaries at the moment. 6 mercenary regiments. 2,000 men currently. Can have up to 13,000. So they're kind of too strong for us at the moment. I'm gonna wait until Muscovy declares war upon them. Muscovy is very likely to declare war against them because they have this mission, conquer Novgorod. The problem is they have claims on all of these provinces, so if I take these and I have no allies, they just might attack me. So that's why I'm going to still try to get some allies here. Brandenburg is going to be... Oh, he doesn't like me anymore. Oh, that's Bohemia. Brandenburg is going to be a good first step in the right direction, I hope. If we get them as an ally. Okay, the music is a little bit too loud right now. Can barely hear my own thoughts. That's a bit better. We can get our first technology. A marketplace. We'll get some trade range and we can build a new building. And I think we're going to build a marketplace immediately. We can afford that because it costs us 100 ducats. But it's going to give us more trade power in the Baltic region. And especially because we have a strong... Or we don't have a strong, but we have an important trade node right here. Province. You know, this one right here, which gives us 10 trade power. So we're gonna build a marketplace here, and hopefully we will earn some more money now from the Baltic Sea. Trade is going to be very important for us. Still waiting for all of the cores. Okay, so we saw that Novgorod had... that Denmark had to give Novgorod back. And they also gave back Karelia? What exactly happened there? No, they did not take Karelia. What is the other province they had to do? They had to give back 2 of the provinces because they couldn't call them. Well, you know, they didn't have to give them back, but because they had the AI, they just decided that as we can't make them into our core provinces, we better give them back to Novgorod. There are some rebels in Lithuania now. Tonic Order is still losing. Hopefully they take their sweet time, because I need Brandenburg as my ally before they lose. Okay, so Brandenburg is now my ally. That's good. I have... finally I have an ally. He's just as powerful as I am. But he's a member of the... It's not important... Oh, okay, so I can't invest papal influence. Because I have no active cardinal. Good to know. He's a member of the Empire. The Holy Roman Empire. It doesn't really mean anything for us, to be honest. Because we can't be elected Emperor anyway. Because we are a theocracy. And I don't really have the intentions to become Emperor. We will research military tech, Pike Square. We will get 0.25 military tactics and 0.5 morale. The marketplace should give us a little bit more income, hopefully. If you look, we are the second strongest trade nation in the Baltic Sea at the moment, which surprises me a lot. Apparently my provinces are even more worth than those of Sweden. And indeed, I got some more trade power now. I'm also getting more trade power from the other 2 provinces, that trade nodes that I'm ceding or transferring trade to this one. So we have a decent income now. That's nice. Nobles demand privileges. The privileges of the nobility have been under continuous assault as John VII has attempted to centralize more and more control. The nobles have finally lost their patience and are demanding that they are given back what they believe is rightfully theirs. Could ignore their demands and we get this order for 10 years. Which gives me +2 unrest, which I cannot have right now. It's just not possible. If I have rebellions, I will not be able to deal with them, I think. So we're just going to accept their rightful claims. We're gonna lose 10 prestige, but get 10 loyalty with them. And that means that I can probably just go ahead and say, oh, I can't demand military support? Oh, because you do not have enough influence. Okay. Well then. The provinces will soon to be caught, which means that they are rightfully ours then. How's this going? Oh, you're in the war now. You straight up declared war against Denmark. I kind of want to abuse it, but I can't, sadly. And you do not like me as much. So I can't really do much with you. I'm gonna say Novgorod is my rival now. Okay, so... Oh, the ruler challenged again. We had that before. We lose 10 devotion. We now accept the Latvian culture. And we're going to call the rest of these provinces. It's a shame that they already declared their war for independence, because I would have liked to be in that war. I'm going to get this diplomat back and send a spy against Denmark so that we can maybe try to get Neva. Oh, okay, so I can now become an ally to Poland because they do like me. They are friendly towards me. So we're gonna go ahead and ally Poland here. And with that we are pretty much set. Like, we are safe now for a start. He only took 2 provinces from the Livonian, the Teutonic Order, which is also nice. And we will just stay their allies for now. I'm gonna send a diplomat over them. I tend to just have these diplomats forever at my allies' court, so that they are just keeping up our relations with them. Also, that gives me an indication of how much they like or hate me right now. Because sometimes they change their opinions about you, considering, if they consider some of your land theirs, then they are just gonna dislike you a lot. And I would like to see that before he just breaks off from the alliance. My heir died, okay. We're gonna go and say we want a theologian? No, I want a local preacher. Yes, let's get a local preacher here. Oh man, he's really good. 5, 5, and 4. That's a really good one. And he's young as well. But rather young. I wonder if they will be able to take their independence here. Problematic relations. It has become a real issue for you that some of your neighbors refuse to accept the one true faith. Your relations are already far from ideal, but this only makes the matters worse. Novgorod dislikes me. Okay, so I could make your opinions clear to them. I would lose papal influence. And opinion minus. Or make preparations for a future attack. I get 10 army tradition, which is nice, but lose 40 ducats. I'm gonna do that. I think that the 10 army tradition is worth 40 ducats. And I'm just gonna go and drink something really quick while I watch the Sweden hopefully lose their war. I actually don't want them to become independent without my help. Even though if I'm not doing anything in the war, I just want to be their allies from the get-go. Because as you might expect, I need a lot of land from Poland and Lithuania. So they are only temporary allies. Just to give me a little bit protection against maybe Muscovy and Novgorod. Or Denmark for that matter, because I think they do like to attack Ösel. Oh, I forgot. I can actually make them into states now, which I should totally do. That of course is going to cost me more administrative points, but I have to afford that right now. The nobility asked for in a province. We're gonna give them Reval because they are upgrading the local defensiveness, so I want them in a province where I have a fort. As we know, except Estonian. We also should make a little bit more money from taxes. Maybe not yet, but in the future. Support for dissidents abroad. We have been contracted by a variety of dissidents from other states. These dissidents claim to have vast supporters who just need some cash. They are most likely lying. Despite this, their claims have excited many influential people at our court. Supporting these dissidents probably won't accomplish anything other than antagonizing the other states, but failure to support could give a bad impression. Okay, so either I support them and I lose 4 ducats and Novgorod hates me even more, which I don't really care about, or I lose 10 prestige. I'm just gonna pay them. Give them 5 ducats, see if I care. I cannot attack Pskov because they are a vassal to Muscovy, even though they are a juicy target with just 2 provinces under their control and being a neighbor of mine. But yeah, I cannot attack them. Okay, so Denmark is losing his war apparently against Sweden. They're just going to fabricate a claim on Neva. I also would like Gotland, but I don't have any ships, so... Let's see, Denmark. How many troops do you have at the moment? We also have to keep in mind that they have a lot of allies. Like, Denmark has only 3,000 troops at the moment, or 4,000. But he is allied to Pomerania, and he also has Norway and Holstein as allies, or under his rule. So if we were to attack them, everyone would follow. How's the Swedish army looking? Sweden has 10,000 men still. Okay, so they are indeed winning their war. They need at least 40 war score to demand independence. Not sure what they're doing though. I would very much like to have Neva under my control because that would give me a lot of trade power in the Novgorodian trade route. Trade node. Because it's not only the Neva estuary, but it's also an important trade center, I think. It's not, okay, well. I thought that... I'm pretty sure the trade node is in here, but... oh well. I also want to take over Danzig for sure, because that's a very important center of trade. But to do that, I would need to take over the Livonian Order fully, and then attack the Teutonic Order. But the Polish are probably going to take that first. Also, they are somewhat mad if I would take that over. And I don't want them to be mad right now. I can't really afford that. Fort maintenance. Our forts are the most important defense we have against intruders and enemies, but they are in great need of restoration. We would need to increase our taxes in order to fund this, and that will most certainly upset those who pay taxes. We need to ignore the rebel, which gives me 10% fort maintenance, or do what is possible with the money we already have. We lose 10 devotion. Well, the problem is... I don't really want to pay more for my fort, but I kind of have to. Forts are really expensive, sadly. I probably should go and say that my neighbors, my enemies, my allies, and my best guests here are all important for me. Because I want to know when Novgorod is going to war against... Muscovy is going to war against Novgorod. Okay, so it seems like Sweden is losing his war now. Yeah, his capital is being besieged by rebels. A saint performs a miracle. Some people were so devout in their religion that they set out to help the poor and heal the sick. They were often called saints for their acts and were sometimes even believed to perform miracles. We could also say their actions have shown us the true path. give us 20 papal influence, or we get 1 stability. We truly have been blessed. I'm gonna go and take the stability, because stability is not harder to get, but more expensive, and I don't really need papal influence. We are going to get 0.5 reform desire for Christianity, which I don't really care about, to be honest. So that's good. I actually want to become Protestant, probably. I do enjoy the Protestant faith more than being Catholic. Oh, you know you like me, okay. I could actually ally you right now. So why don't we just do that? Now Sweden is my ally as well. Awesome. Well, as we can see, we can now see what the Swedish see. So, Scottish allies are over here in Edgar. We have some Fröti heretics besieging Stockholm, and a weak Swedish army up there. He's not going to get his independence in this war. Very unlikely. And as we can see, I would not want to fight against Denmark right now. Not without my allies. And I need 10 favor to call them in. And I only get 1 favor every 2 years with Brandenburg. And I only get like 1 every 2 years with Poland as well. Okay, well. But that means I need like 20 years until I can call them into my war. 20 years of alliance with them. Diplomatic technology advance. Good. Oh, you accepted peace. Sweden will remain a subject. Denmark will be forced to give them money and money. And that's it. Okay. And our alliance is over again. Maybe next time. But now they probably will accept us as their ally. Of course, now they have a truce, and until this truce is over, they cannot wage another war for independence against Denmark. So we have to wait. In the meantime, I think that our truce with the Livonian Order might be over soon, so why don't we go ahead and claim the rest of his provinces. We're still making money, which is nice. We could potentially build more ships. The maintenance is really low on these ships, so why don't we go and get 3 more light ships? They're gonna protect trade, and our influence is going to rise because of them. We can also send out these guys again. And thanks to these light ships, we are gonna get a little more trade. Yeah, we've got 0.3 more ducats thanks to the trade ships, and they only cost me like 0.15 or something. So they are definitely worth their money. I also can get some more troops now. 1 more. Do I want that? Yes, I actually want 1 more regiment of infantry. That's gonna be good for us. Agricultural revolution. We've managed to increase our agricultural production by implementing new farming techniques for plantations, irrigation, and land property organizations, and thereby bring higher tax income to our state. Reval. We could invest in a bigger army, raise taxes even higher, or our manufactories will benefit. I'm going to raise our army even bigger in Reval, because this province is under the control of the nobility. So that's gonna receive a bonus if we raise our army more. Okay, we can claim another province of them, and I'm going to claim Goldingen here. We will just let our spy be here, be in the court of the Livonian Order, until I claimed all 3 provinces, or our truce is over. The forts no longer look as if they would crumble before our eyes. They are now sturdy enough to withstand most attacks to their walls. The defensive, although now functional and impressive despite their age, are still lacking in comparison to other nations' forts. We would need to dig deep into the pockets of our taxpayers in order to be able to fund the upgrades and the modernizations of our forts sorely needed. Okay, so this is the same as probably the next event from the chain that I just had, where I have to pay more money for forts. So, it is for the greater good. Who wants to be invaded? That is true. Or they are good enough as they are. We would lose loyalty for the clergy and devotion. We're going to say it's for the greater good. Of course, our maintenance is going to be not more expensive, but just as expensive as it was in the last few years. For 10 years, that's actually a lot. Or is it actually going to replace this one? I don't think so. I think it's going to be even more expensive. Okay, that's bad. But we will get fort defense, and we would lose some loyalty with the burghers, but I'm just gonna take this. Okay, yeah. It's even more expensive now. So 20% more for fort maintenance. It's not that much. Poland wants me to transfer trade power. No. I'm not going to transfer my trade power to anyone. I need that for myself. Send the other 3 ships that I just built to patrol the Baltic Sea as well. We're going to get another military attack here, real quick. I'm not very happy about the lack of administrative technology so far. But we need a new heir. Let's go ahead and say we're gonna take a merchant's son. That was a mistake, apparently, because this guy sucks. Well, he doesn't suck, but he's not great, per se. Okay, we now have 8,000 men over here. Very nice. Our truce is going to run out in a couple of years. And we are still waiting for the Novgorodian-Muscovite war. Poland is going to... I cannot claim their lands just yet, sadly. So... I need to take over the Livonian Order before I can claim lands in the Teutonic Order. But taking over Memel might not make them too angry, hopefully. Oh, he's actually... interesting. He's actually allied to the Teutonic Order again. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to say... Oh. Apparently Sternberg is already under the control of Brandenburg again. That's a shame. Oh, it's not actually Sternberg, it's Lubus over here that should be under the control of Brandenburg. At the beginning it is under the control of the Teutonic Order. But apparently Poland took that in the war as well. That's a shame, because that means that I can't just easily call in Brandenburg for the promise of land, as this land is no longer under the control of the Teutonic Order. Well, let's go and say we claim a second province. And it's probably going to be Letgalen. Yes, let's claim Letgalen. And are we going to get... We might be able to get the third claim before our truce runs out. But we'll see that. I'm surprised that Novgorod has not yet been attacked. Very surprised. Not by Muscovy, of course. I mean, they did get attacked by Denmark. Okay, so another agricultural revolution. This time in Derpt. Derpt is over here. That's Ösel. We are going to say, why don't we get more taxes? Raise the taxes even higher. Very good. We're definitely going to get another claim, I think. We need 30 spy network to make this claim work. How's my aggressive expansion looking? It went down a good chunk. I mean, I don't really care about the Lithuanian aggressive expansion because they can't do anything against me. Because they are under the Polish rule. So as long as Poland likes me, I don't care about Lithuania. What other benefits is the kingdom rank granting me anyway? I mean, I know I get another diplomat. What else do I get? Number of states and national focus cooldown. I don't like the theocracy. Like tolerance of the faith and tolerance of heretics, that's kind of bad. So, if I could go and say secularization, we're still going to be Riga. But we're going to be a duchy. We need at least 20 administrative technology and 2 stability. Okay, so that's not gonna happen anytime soon. We could reform into Prussia before that. But I just want... I want to control over the Baltic region before I form Prussia. Because I don't think I can... Oh. Apparently my spy was detected. That's bad. Now I need to wait until I can send him again. Let's use our fleet real quick to see how many troops they have. They have 6,000 troops. Can I beat both of them alone? Good question. Also, how stupid would it be to take over the Teutonic Order as a vassal? I would need another strong ally if I were to do that. Maybe Denmark? No, Denmark hates me because they want Ösel. Sweden likes me, but I can't support their independence because of their truce. Their truce is not going to hold on for long. The Mad Seer. He claims to be a seer who has been seen the civic glory, the destruction of secular art and culture, and the great flood that will cleanse Riga from its filth. The mad preacher calls for Catholic renewal and has instituted an extreme puritanical campaign. Enlisting the help of Riga's young man, there is a risk that he will cause disturbance or even dispute Archbishop Friedrich II from Bribra's right to rule. Make sure he is silenced for good, or neither acknowledge his rants nor react to them. Let's just silence him for good. Like, it's painful to lose the administrative power, because I don't even have the first technology yet. But it's better than losing devotion, I think. Speaking about devotion, can we ask for... No, cannot ask for support at the moment, but we can ask for money, ask for contribution. Let's do it. Even though I don't really need it, let's just do it. Just because I can. Can I get another... I can get another soldier, which is very important. Let's set our spy back. And hope that he can fabricate a claim before the truce is over. April 1462. I think he's not gonna be able to do it before the truce is over, but very shortly after the truce. Actually, he might be able to do it just when the truce ends. No, it's... The truce with Sweden ended. We had a truce because our alliance got demolished after he went back under the rule of Denmark. The doctrine of particular judgment. When we die, God judges immediately and decides a soul's fate until it awaits the last judgment. A monk has started a doctrinal dispute that verges on the edge of heresy, when he claimed that there was no purgatory and saying prayers for the dead would not assist the passage into heaven. These disputes are threatening the very unity of our church. He's probably an heretic, or sorry, there's nothing you can do for your dead loved ones. He is probably an heretic, all things considered. Our truce is over and I can fabricate another claim. Awesome. Perfect. We're going to get this administrative technology. We can now build a church. And we could declare war against them. But my allies would not follow me. That's kind of bad. Let's see, how strong is our general? It's pretty bad. The Teutonic Order is not weak by any means. I think they even have some very nice... Yeah, they have discipline and combat ability for cavalry immediately. Which is bad. What are my ideas? Missionary and manpower recovery. Divine traditions, that's not bad. What is our tradition? Culture conversion cost. Yeah, that's not that nice. If I wage war against them, the Teutonic Order has like 6,000 troops. Teutonic Order, yeah, he can have more. He probably just doesn't have the money for them right now. But I would need to silence him real quick before he can even get all of those troops out. I don't like this. I might be able to call in the Polish after he has come into the war, but I'm not too certain on that. This is tough. Importing iron. We strive to keep the Rigan military strong, modern and domestically supported, but sometimes our priorities end up in conflict with each other. Lacking the rich iron mines of our neighbors, some of our grander plans for future military development will not be possible as soon as we might wish. Increasing imports is a tempting option, but relying on a foreign support might compromise our trade policies. Although a knife in the back of our neighbor would be all the more brilliant insidious if made from their own steel. We need imported iron for our fist. We need to rely on our own resources. Heart matters more than iron. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go with the mercantilism. Mercantilism is pretty good in this game. Funny enough. Because it gives us provincial trade modifier. So the more mercantilism you have, the stronger you are in trade for some reason. I don't like waiting here right now. I'm not transferring my trade power to you, Poland. Poland. It's not gonna happen. You're allied to Scotland now. Okay, Muscovy declared war against Novgorod. Which means that I'm going to declare war against Novgorod now. I'm just gonna wait a couple of months, so that their armies might fight it out. I'm actually going to watch it in the ledger here. Novgorod, right there. Only has 5,000 troops? No, 7,000 troops. And he's recruiting more, as you can see. Okay, he's in the battle now. So he only has 9,000 troops and he's losing them already. So let's declare our war against Ingermanland. Actually, let's... What? Let Gallen? No, okay. Let's go and say declare war, conquest. Scotland is joining them, but I doubt that the Scottish are going to come over here. At least I hope so. Of course, I should probably send my fleet home before I declare the war. Would have been a smart move. Well, my fleet hasn't been destroyed, so that's good. Let's send our general, our army to siege Novgorod. I actually need 9,000 men, I think, to siege it. Indeed, I do. But we are leading the siege right now. You should be at war with Scotland as well. Yes, you are. So we're just gonna sit here, take over Novgorod. Sadly, I think he's going to besiege Kolm before I can do it. Yes. No. Maybe. I would actually want to have Ingermanland, Kolm, and Novgorod under my control. And then I can take over Nevar and Klexholm. But I just saw the time. I need to end the episode here. I thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, then consider leaving a like and a comment down below. And we will see us in the next episode. Until then, take care. Bye.